mom of four in my mid 40s, and typically if I put on makeup, it's gonna be concealer, powder foundation, and blush. But occasionally I like to put on a full face of makeup, and the makeup I have been using for over a decade is BareMinerals. And so I wanna walk you through what it looks like for me to do a whole face routine. I am someone who has under eye circles, who has acne, who has sun damage, and so really a concealer is a must. I use their BareMinerals original liquid mineral concealer, and it's perfect. And then I take my makeup sponge and I just blend it in. It blends in really seamlessly, and it just provides a good initial base before I put my powder foundation on to even out any issues that I'm having. Like I said, for me, that tends to be acne. I have freckles, I have sun damage, dark spots, lots of things going on here. And so a concealer is really important for me to just even out the base of my skin. So I will just rub that in. I try to blot as much as possible just to be a little bit more gentler on my skin. But once I have put all of my concealer on, then I go to my powder foundation. I am not a fan of liquid foundation whatsoever, and so I have been using the BareMinerals Pro Compact for a long time, and it's perfect. You just take your brush, and a little bit goes a long way, and I just work that into my skin all over. It's a light finish. One thing I don't like about liquid foundation is that it just feels so heavy on your skin, and this gives a good coverage, but it's just light. You don't feel it, and it's not sticky. It's just wonderful. You can add more layers for the more coverage that you want or need. I find that 1 to 2 layers is plenty for me. I don't like to look like I have a lot of makeup on. And so I tend to just do 1 or 2 layers if I am going to a special event, or if I have a particular issue that needs a lot of attention. I may do more than 2, but typically I just quickly do 1 or 2 layers of the powder foundation. Then I move on to my blush. This is their highlighting blush. Love it. So it's a highlighter and blush in one. This is their Rose Glow. It's wonderful. Look at this. I just take my blush brush and just a little bit goes a long way with all of their makeup, and it just gives you a little bit of shimmer and color to your cheeks and your nose and wherever you want to put it. And I just love it. So a lot of times I will stop there if it's just an ordinary day. If I have a special event or if I'm going out, I will then move on to my eyes. And so I will start with a primer just so that my eyeshadow sticks, and we'll just do a light layer of primer on my lids. I typically don't get too fancy, but I will do primer, eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara. That's my normal routine if I'm trying to dress up my makeup a little bit. And so I just put the primer on, and then I will use their loose eyeshadow. This is Nude Beach, and it just gives a little bit of sparkle. It's not a really bright color, but it's just enough to even out the skin tone of my eyes and give my eyelids a little bit of shimmer, which is really what I'm going for. They have lots of different colors and a number of palettes to choose from, but again, I tend to keep it pretty simple and just like a little bit of more of a nude color and just a little bit of shimmer and shine to my eyelid. So once I apply that, I am ready for my eyeliner. I typically go with their black eyeliner. This is just their black, pretty simple eyeliner, and just work it on the edge of my eyes just to give my eyelashes a little bit more definition. Clearly, I cannot talk and do eyeliner at the same time. But just a little bit of eyeliner to accentuate my eyelashes. And then I will go in with my all-time favorite mascara. This is the BareMinerals Maximist. Love, love, love the coverage. So let me show you the brush. It's got a thick brush tip and it just gets the job done. And lengthens, darkens, separates. It's just been my go-to mascara for a long, long time. So if you are in the market for a new mascara, particularly from BareMinerals, this is a wonderful mascara. So you can see there's no clumping. They are separated nicely and lengthened, darkened, all the things. So that's one side. And then the other side is the exact same. Once I do my eyes, I will then go on to my eyebrows. I like to fill in some of the spots where it's just not as full. And so I will take my BareMinerals eyebrow. It has the brush on one side and then it has the eyebrow pen on the other. So I will go in and just brush up my eyebrows just to make sure they're all headed in the right direction. And then I will go in with the eyebrow pencil and just fill in some of the lighter spots. So I don't like to draw a lot more than what's already there, but I do like to make sure it looks even and it just gives it a thicker, fuller, more polished look. So I will go in and do that. And then the last thing is just my lips. And I typically will just use, this is their BareMinerals Bare Pro. It's a matte lipstick and this is the color Carnation. So it's just like that. I will go in and just put a little bit of color. If you prefer more of a matted look, then you can just stop there. I like more of a glossy look, and so I will go in with, this is the BareMinerals Lip Gloss Balm, which is wonderful. It's not sticky. It feels like you have lip gloss on. I have it in a number of shades, and it's my go-to. I have it in my makeup bag, in my purse. Love it. So this is my whole look. It took me probably 7 or 8 minutes. This is a full face look for me, all from a brand that I trust with great results. And so if you are looking for a more natural makeup brand that has been tested, tried and true, BareMinerals is a great makeup to consider.